Hey guys, it's Mrs. Morty. As I told you in my email, I had a conflict that has come up, and so I'm not going to be able to do the live session at 1:30. So you're getting this recording, and it will count as your live session for this week. So we are in week 7, and I wanted to remind you, you only have about 2.5 weeks left of school, so it's time to hit everything hard. And we're going to go through a couple of things that are very important for this week. So, just a couple of reminders this week. We're going to be asking you to add the school and the club calendars to your Google Calendar so that you have that at your fingertips. You'll also be working with your quarter annual goal form, and this is the one that you did earlier in the quarter, and you're just going to simply be revising that and checking to see where you're at, and then you'll have a discussion regarding goals. So it's very important that you have that completed. And I'll talk also a little bit later about that. I know I've spoken with most of you regarding your goals, and need to make sure that I get to talk to every single one of you before the end of this week so that you can complete your week 7 assignments. So one thing that we wanted to make sure that you do is that you mark your calendars for Wednesday, October 10th from 1 to 2. This will actually count as your live session for that for next week. So we want to make sure that you have it down to attend this Stephen Henniger presentation. So C.D. Bashirs from Stephen Henniger is going to present some information for you. If you can make it into the Boise office, they're going to have food and fun stuff in there, or you need to attend the presentation. You'll need that to be able to complete your assignments in lesson 14, which we assign next week. So be prepared ahead of time with 3 questions to ask, and then you'll take some notes during the presentation and turn those in. And like I said, that will count as your live session for next week, especially since it does fall during our live session time. So moving on, I wanted to show you this video on the FAFSA form where you're all seniors. It's very important for you to go ahead, even if you're not quite sure if you're going to go to college, to go in and as soon as possible fill out the FAFSA form so that you can get prepared and know what your options are as far as government funding. And the government does provide some money for you. So let's watch this video.
The Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or FAFSA, is the application for grants, loans, and work-study funds provided by the federal government. It is also used by many states and schools for their financial aid programs. For the fastest and easiest way to apply, visit our official website, fafsa.gov. The FAFSA is available in English and Spanish. As you fill it out online, you'll be able to automatically skip questions that don't pertain to you, check out your status immediately, and get online help. It takes most people less than 30 minutes to complete the application. You'll need a few things when you fill it out, so get ready by gathering your Social Security number, your permanent resident card if you have one, any W-2 forms or records of money you earned for the previous year, and your tax records. By the way, a nice time-saving feature of the FAFSA is that many people are eligible to automatically transfer their tax data from the IRS into the FAFSA, so keep an eye out while you're applying in case you're offered that option. If you have any questions about what information to gather, there is a complete list of documents that you will need at fafsa.gov. Before you begin the process of filling out the FAFSA, you should create a username and password called an FSA ID that will act as your electronic signature. You'll only need to create an FSA ID once, and you can use it to renew your FAFSA each year that you apply. Your parents will need an FSA ID too if they have to provide any information. So now you're ready to begin filling out the FAFSA to apply for financial aid. There are 3 groups of questions that include personal information, such as your name, address, and marital status, financial information, such as your income, and any parent information that is required. If you get hung up or confused about a question, the Help and Hints box on the right-hand side of the application can help with each question as you move along. Also, look for the online chat feature under Help if you would like assistance from a knowledgeable agent. Because colleges and career schools use the FAFSA to provide financial aid, you can list up to 10 schools that you are interested in attending. You should list all of the schools that you are considering, even if you haven't been accepted or applied yet. If you have more than 10 schools in mind, you can submit your FAFSA with 10 schools and then replace some of those schools with other schools later. When you finish filling out the FAFSA, use your FSA ID to sign the form. If you are required to submit parent information on your FAFSA, a parent will need to sign the application with his or her own FSA ID as well. If you have any questions or need more information, please visit studentaid.gov.
Okay, so that's a good overview of what the FAFSA is. And like I said, it's very important for you guys to get in and do that as soon as possible. Used to be you had to wait until January to apply for FAFSA, but now you can do that starting in October. So it is open and you can start applying for that student aid, and they have a possibility of giving you some grants. Which is money you don't have to pay back. Also, a lot of colleges will use that information to help determine your eligibility for scholarships as well. So it's important that you get in and get that done. If you do have questions as you're filling things out, like I said, I am here to help you as well. So you can always drop me an IM and I will help you as best I can. So as far as your team activity goes this go around, what I'd like you guys to do in your Google Chats is discuss your goals with each other. Are you meeting those goals, and provide some suggestions or ways to help each other reach your goals? And that is your assignment as far as your team assignment goes. You will have your toolbox on here as well, Avid resources. We do have those still available on the slides that I will share as well as the recording for you. For week 7, we have some student resources that will help you with the school and the club calendars, and then some information on SMART goals here as a resource for you if you would like to check that out. And finally, I just want to remind you, if you have not responded to the Hangouts message that I sent to you regarding your goals, or if you haven't even set your goals yet, I do have a couple of you that haven't even made it to that lesson yet or chose to skip over that activity. I do need to have your goals submitted to me as soon as possible, and we do need to discuss those, like I said, so you can get finished with your week 7 assignments, because there is an assignment related to our discussion regarding your goals. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and have a good one. Thanks.